Have you ever talked to a woman who gives you just enough attention to keep you interested, but never enough to make you feel secure? One day she's sending you heart emojis. The next day, you're staring at your phone, wondering if she forgot you exist. Here's the crazy part. She's not confused. She's not undecided. She knows exactly what she's doing. And there's a deep psychological reason behind it. Today, we're going to uncover why she keeps you as an option. Not a priority, not a partner, not a maybe later, but an option. And once you understand this, you'll never let anyone play with your emotional energy again. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're breaking down the psychological reason she keeps you as an option. And trust me, once you hear these reasons, you'll start recognizing patterns you completely missed before. We're going to cover the real psychology behind her mixed signals, why she keeps you warm but never committed, but how to tell if you're the backup plan and exactly what to do to break the cycle. This isn't about blaming women or bashing anyone. This is about understanding behavior, recognizing emotional games, and leveling up your self-worth. So grab a seat, because this is about to get interesting. Reason number 1, the comfort cushion effect. Let's start with one of the most common, but least talked about, psychological reasons. She keeps you as a comfort cushion. What does that mean? Imagine this. She's talking to someone she really likes, but that guy is inconsistent, or emotionally unavailable, or he gives her attention only when it benefits him. So what does she do? She turns to you, the guy who replies, the guy who listens, the guy who makes her feel emotionally safe. You become her emotional soft place to land, not because she's evil, not because she wants to hurt you, but because psychology tells us this: humans fear emotional emptiness more than emotional confusion. And if she's unsure about her first choice, she'll subconsciously use you as backup emotional security. Here's something interesting. Women often keep a comfort cushion without even realizing it. To her, she's just talking to a friend. But to you, it feels like potential romance. That's where the imbalance begins. Relatable example. Picture this. She texts you late at night saying, "I just had such a bad day. No one understands me." You stay up talking to her, giving advice, supporting her emotionally. The next day, radio silence. But when the guy she actually wants disappoints her again, she's back in your messages. Not because she's choosing you, but because you're the safe emotional backup she turns to when things go wrong. You're the comfort, not the priority. Psychological insight. In psychology, this is called emotional anchoring. It means she attaches to you for stability. She uses you to feel wanted, but she doesn't commit because she doesn't fear losing you. Why? Because you've shown her that you'll always be there. And humans don't value what they feel guaranteed to have. Actionable. Tip: how to break this cycle. Here's the good news. You don't have to cut her off or act cold. Just change the energy dynamic. Start giving her less emotional availability, more boundaries, less instant replies, more self-respect signals. When she no longer feels like you're guaranteed, she'll reevaluate your value. Humans notice absence faster than presence. Reason number 2, the ego boost factor. All right, let's dive into the next psychological reason she keeps you as an option. You make her feel good about herself, even if she has no intention of choosing you. This one hits hard because it doesn't come from malice. It comes from human nature. Everyone loves feeling wanted. Everyone loves being admired. Everyone loves knowing someone is thinking about them, choosing them, validating them. And guess what? You give her that feeling effortlessly. Let's break this down. Think about this. She posts a selfie. You hype her up. She tells you a story. You give her attention. She hints she's upset. You rush to comfort her. She goes quiet. You double text to check if she's okay. To her ego, you're a warm, constant stream of validation. Even if she doesn't consciously realize it, psychology calls this self-affirmation reinforcement. It means your attention boosts her self-worth, your compliments give her emotional highs, Your interest reminds her she has options. Your presence makes her feel desirable, powerful, and valued. But here's the twist. She may enjoy the attention without wanting the relationship. That's why her behavior feels confusing. She wants the benefit, not the brotherhood, but not the commitment either. You're the emotional fuel, not the destination. Real-life example. Imagine this. She's at work, stressed, tired, drained. Her phone buzzes. It's your message. You looked amazing in your story today. Or, hope your day gets better. You deserve peace. Instant dopamine hit. But when you try to take things deeper, let's hang out Saturday. Can we talk later? Suddenly she's busy, tired, or not sure. Why? Because she loves the ego boost. But she doesn't want to give you anything real in return. You're feeding her self-esteem, not building a relationship. Psychological insight. There's a term for this: compensatory validation. It happens when someone uses praise or attention from one person to compensate for rejection, stress, or lack of confidence from others. So while you're thinking, she's softening up, she likes me more, she's actually using your attention to stabilize her emotions, not to grow the connection. Actionable tip: flip the validation dynamic. If you want to stop being her ego boost, try this. Give appreciation instead of admiration. Admiration sounds like this: you're so beautiful. No one is like you. You're perfect. Appreciation sounds like this: I liked how positive you were today. You handled that well. You're funny as hell. One is worship. The other is grounded, confident recognition. Admiration puts her above you. Appreciation puts you on the same level. When she feels your energy shift, she'll realize she's no longer getting the same emotional charge from you, and that's when people start rethinking your value. Be honest, have you ever felt like someone loved your attention but didn't actually want you? Drop a yes in the comments if you've ever been there. Reason number 3. She's keeping her options open now. We're getting into one of the most modern psychological reasons she keeps you as an option. And honestly, this one is everywhere in today's dating world. She's keeping her options open because she can. Let's be real. Between social media, DMs, dating apps, and constant attention, people today have more choices than ever before. And when someone feels like they have unlimited options, they start operating from a mindset called abundance illusion. This is when a person believes they can always find someone better, even if that's not actually true. So instead of choosing one person, they keep multiple people around, just in case one of them turns out to be the perfect choice. This doesn't make her a bad person. It makes her human in a world where choices feel endless. Let's get real for a second. Here's what keeping options open looks like in real life. She flirts with you, but won't meet up. She calls you friend until she's bored or lonely. She gives you hope, but not progress. She talks about other guys, but still asks for your attention. She gives mixed signals. To keep you emotionally invested, she keeps you close enough so you don't walk away, but far enough so she doesn't owe you anything. It's the ultimate maybe later stance. Relatable example. Imagine she's talking to 3 guys. Guy 1, the one she really wants. Guy 2, the one she's curious about. Guy 3, the one who makes her feel emotionally secure and available. That's often you. She doesn't want to cut you off because you're comfortable, you're consistent, you're safe, and she might want you later if the other 2 don't work out. So she keeps you in what's known in psychology as the rotational dating cycle. Not fully in, not fully out, just circling, and you can feel it. You feel like you're always almost chosen, but never actually picked. Psychological insight. This mindset is tied to something called FOBO, fear of better options. People with FOBO are afraid to commit because they're worried someone better might come along. So instead of choosing one person, they keep 3, 4, or 5 emotional connections active. Not out of cruelty, but out of insecurity and fear. They don't want to lose you, but they don't want to choose you either. It's emotional limbo. Actionable tip: stop being an option. Here's how you break out of her option list. 1. Match her energy, not her fantasy. If she gives you 50%, you give 50%. 2. Don't compete with her other options. The man who refuses to chase is the man she reevaluates. 3. Create scarcity in a healthy way. Stop being instantly available. Stop replying emotionally. Stop over-investing. 4. Show you have options too, without saying a word. Your lifestyle, confidence, and boundaries do the talking. Remember, people choose what they fear losing, and they take for granted what they feel won't leave. Shift that energy, and watch everything change. Reason number 4. You give without asking, and she takes without thinking. This one is tough to hear, but crucial to understand. Sometimes she keeps you as an option because you give and give and give while she takes, without ever being asked to give anything back. Not because she's manipulative, not because she's using you intentionally, but because you've trained her, without realizing it, that you expect nothing in return. And when someone doesn't feel required to invest in you, they won't. Humans naturally take the path of least emotional resistance. Let's break this down. Here's how this dynamic forms. You initiate every conversation, you check in first, you ask to hang out, you give compliments, you offer help, you show loyalty, you make time for her, you ask about her day, you try to make her feel special, and her? She replies, occasionally, or when she feels like it, or when she needs validation, comfort, or attention. Your effort becomes a one-way street, and she walks down it whenever it's convenient. Not because she's heartless, but because you never required mutual energy. Relatable example. Let me paint a scene. She messages you, I'm stressed, everything's a mess. You reply immediately, what happened? You okay? Want to talk? I'm here for you. She uses you as a therapist for 20 minutes, then disappears. Hours later, you text her, you good now? She leaves you on scene. Next day, she's posting selfies, laughing, living, while you're replaying your messages wondering what you did wrong. Here's the truth. You didn't do anything wrong. You just didn't do anything that required her to invest in you. Psychological insight. There's a powerful psychological principle behind this cycle. Unbalanced reciprocity. It means a relationship where one person gives significantly more than the other creates low perceived value for the giver. Because in human psychology, we value what we invest in, and we take for granted what requires no effort from us. If she doesn't have to try, she won't. And that's exactly why you become an option, not a real contender. The hidden problem, you think. Giving top or winning. Most guys believe, if I show her how good I am, how loyal I am, how supportive I am, she'll eventually choose me. But in reality, excessive giving without boundaries sends the message, I am grateful for any attention you give me, and that makes her subconsciously place you lower in value. Actionable tip. Shift to balanced energy. To break this cycle, you don't need to stop being kind. You need to build mutual energy. Here's how. 1. Match her investment. If she sends short replies, stop sending paragraphs. If she takes hours to reply, don't reply instantly. 2. Stop offering without being asked. Let her initiate comfort, plans, conversations sometimes. 3. Create a boundary. Respect, not restriction. Your energy is not free. It's earned. 4. Let silence do some of the work. When you don't force the connection, she'll feel the shift. Remember, she doesn't value what you give. She values what she has to earn. Reason number 5. She likes you, but not enough. This one is honest, raw, and probably the most painful truth of all. She likes you, but not enough to choose you. Not enough to commit. Not enough to invest back. Not enough to take the relationship to the next level. But also, not enough to let you go. And that's where the psychological hook happens. Let's get real. There is something she likes about you. Maybe you're caring. Maybe you're loyal. Maybe you're consistent. Maybe you make her feel safe. Maybe you make her feel seen. Maybe you're emotionally available in ways others aren't. She doesn't want to lose that. She doesn't want to lose you. But she also doesn't feel that pull, that spark, that instinct that says, "This is my person." So she keeps you in the middle, right between friend and potential. That middle space is where emotional confusion lives. The psychological term for this psychologists call this ambivalent attraction. Ambivalent attraction is when a person feels some connection but not enough for commitment, so they keep the relationship warm but never turn up the heat. This is why she'll say things like, "You're so sweet. I don't want to lose you. I'm just not ready. Let's see where things go. I need time. I'm just confused right now." These are not lies. They're emotional half-truths rooted in uncertainty. She's not rejecting you outright, but she's not choosing you either. She's protecting her own emotional comfort, while unintentionally hurting yours. Relatable example. Picture this. You tell her you like her. She smiles. She blushes. She says, "Aw, that's sweet." But then she adds, "I'm not sure what I want right now." Then she doesn't block you. She doesn't cut you off. She doesn't distance herself. In fact, she might start texting you more. She might open up more. She might even flirt more. Because she enjoys the feeling of being wanted, without the responsibility of choosing you. And deep down, you feel it. She's close, but not quite close enough. She cares, but not quite enough. She wants you around, but not quite as her partner. You're the almost guy. The guy who's good, but not the guy who's chosen. Psychological insight. Attraction has levels. Here's the truth most people don't say out loud. Attraction isn't a switch. It's a dial. And with you, her dial is turned to a 5, not an 8 or 10. You're not in the friend zone. You're in the gray zone. And the gray zone is where people get stuck for months, even years. If you've ever felt like you were 99% there but never made it over the line, this is exactly why. Actionable tip. Raise her level of attraction. Here's the key. You don't increase attraction by chasing. You increase attraction by creating space and self-value. Try this. 1. Stop over-explaining your feelings. Let your actions speak. 2. Become less predictable. Predictability kills desire. 3. Prioritize your life over her attention. Purpose pursuit. 4. Show that you're willing to walk away. This is the most powerful shift. When she realizes you're not locked in emotionally, she starts reevaluating what she might lose. Remember, when you stop waiting for her, she starts wondering about you. Reason number 6. She's emotionally unavailable, but still wants connection. Here's a truth that stings for many. Some women want the connection, the attention, and the comfort, but they aren't emotionally available to give the same in return. This isn't about being heartless or manipulative. It's about her internal state, and it's more common than you think. What emotional unavailability looks like. An emotionally unavailable person might ghost or go silent for days, cancel plans last minute, avoid talking about feelings, flirt but never commit, say, "I like you," but never deepen the relationship. Keep conversations light and fun, never meaningful. She might crave closeness, affection, or validation, but when it comes to vulnerability, she pulls away. This creates a push-pull dynamic, and you're often left feeling confused, frustrated, and overthinking. Relatable example. Imagine this scenario. She texts you, "I really enjoy talking to you. You make me feel good." You plan a day to meet, get excited. Then she cancels at the last minute, claiming she's busy or tired. Later, she posts stories laughing with friends, looking happy. You wonder, does she even like me? The truth? She does like you, but she's not ready or able to fully invest. Her emotional walls stop her from committing, even if she feels drawn to you. Psychological insight. This is often linked to attachment theory, particularly avoidant attachment. People with avoidant tendencies fear intimacy, struggle with vulnerability, push people away when they feel too close, prefer emotional control over connection. They often keep someone as an option because it's safe, it's familiar, it satisfies their desire for attention but doesn't threaten their independence. You're the emotional bridge she leans on, without having to cross the bridge herself. Actionable. Tip. Recognize the pattern. If you notice this dynamic, here's what you can do. 1. Don't chase emotional closeness. Let her come to you when she's ready. 2. Maintain your own emotional independence. Be happy with your life, your friends, your goals. 3. Call out inconsistencies gently. Example. I enjoy talking to you, but I notice we're often on different pages. How do you feel about this? 4. Decide your limit. If her unavailability continues, recognize when to step back. Your emotional energy is valuable. Don't let it be a revolving door. Have you ever dated someone who was emotionally available only when it suited them? Share your story below. It helps others see they're not alone. Reason number 7. Fear of commitment. Here's the final major psychological reason she keeps you as an option. She wants you, but she's afraid to fully commit. This isn't just about relationships, it's about self-protection. Commitment requires vulnerability, sacrifice, and risk. Some people fear losing their independence, making a mistake, or getting hurt again. So instead of choosing, they linger in the maybe zone. Why fear of commitment happens? Fear of commitment can come from past heartbreak, toxic relationships, insecurity about the future, pressure from family or society, overthinking the what-ifs. The result: she keeps you close, flirts, and enjoys the benefits of your attention, but she never fully commits. This explains those moments when she says, I like you, but I'm not ready. I don't know if I can do this. Let's just take it slow. I don't want to ruin our friendship. Her words are polite, gentle, but her actions tell the real story. You're the backup plan, the option she leans on until her fear passes, or someone else comes along. Relatable example. Think about this. You go on a few dates, everything feels amazing, chemistry is high. She says she enjoys your company. You hint at exclusivity, and suddenly she pulls back. Not because she doesn't like you, but because she's scared of making a commitment that might change her life. It's not about you. It's about her fear of losing control, making mistakes, or being vulnerable. Psychological insight. Psychologists call this commitment ambivalence. She wants closeness, but simultaneously fears the responsibilities and changes it brings. She might test your patience, your interest, or your limits to see if she's ready. She keeps you as an option to maintain emotional safety while exploring her feelings. In essence, you're a placeholder while she resolves her fear. Actionable tip. How to handle a fearful partner. 1. Recognize the fear, don't internalize it. Her hesitation isn't a reflection of your worth. 2. Set clear boundaries. You can care for someone without letting them occupy a permanent space without commitment. 3. Communicate openly. Ask direct questions about her intentions and timeline. 4. Decide what you will and won't tolerate. If her fear keeps her from choosing you, it may be time to walk away, and that's okay. 5. Prioritize your growth. Focus on yourself and your life. Attraction increases when you're busy building your own world. Have you ever been interested in someone who liked you but was scared to commit? What did you do? Stay or walk away? Share your experience. It could help someone make the right decision today. Remember this: you are not a backup plan. You are not a comfort cushion. You are a priority, and only those who value you deserve your time. Stop trying to change her mind. Start valuing yourself. And the right person will choose you, not keep you guessing. If you found this video helpful, here's what I want you to do. Like this video because it helps more people discover these insights. Comment below. Share your story or your biggest option experience. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in the next video, we're going even deeper: how to make her choose you without chasing. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.